What does your job not allow you to tell customers? In my country, there are two main distributors of the products my employer sells, us and the other company which buys their products from us to sell them as theirs. I deliver a truck full of products every week to them, but we have to deny every connection to the other company. I worked at a fancy hotel and was out front to greet people and assist upon arrival. We weren't allowed to say welcome back. This was in place to protect those that decided to bring another spouse or partner mistress at day after day to the hotel during their stay. When I was in retail maintenance, I wasn't allowed to let the manager see the bill. That was for corporate eyes only. My theory was that if they knew how much I was making to change a light bulb, they would quit and go do that. Or maybe they would be good employees and change the light bulb themselves, thus increasing the company's liability. I worked for a big Japanese electronics manufacturer in a call center back in the early 90s. We were not allowed to say that a line of our TVS had bad tuners, even though we all knew it and sent out countless free tuners to repair shops all over the country, even for out-of-warranty products. I typed it so many times I even remember the part number, 1MIF4565-371-11. Edit, since so many people asked, it was a whole line of Sony TVS. I was in charge of all of the keys for a Navy base, signing them out to contractors and TCNs and such. There were probably around 300 keys for the whole base, and every single one was the exact same key. When they set up the system, no one realized that when they bought the same 300 locks, it came with the same 300 keys. So I was basically giving out master keys to the base without no one ever knowing, and I'm sure they have never replaced the locks. It passed a high-level government inspection. Those fucking people didn't even notice all the keys were the same. I worked at a historic penitentiary in Falat. At the bottom of the children's waiver, in fine print, it states that there are cell blocks that have not been abated for asbestos, and the old lead paint leaves a film of dust on everything. I got written up for pointing this out to a pregnant woman. I used to work for an adult live streaming site. A lot of women would complain that they weren't getting enough traffic. It's because we would curate the front page and put certain women at the top. We were told to do this for women with large social media followings or worked for agencies that we had partnerships with. A woman could also get their stream pushed to the bottom of the list for reasons: too looks, bad camera quality, bad Wi-Fi connection, etc. A lot of us also had burner accounts, and the company would load up our wallets with tokens, so we could tip certain women and make them think they were getting a lot of traffic engagement. I used to work for a medtech startup, writing an algorithm to detect if someone has passed away. Since we were not allowed to proclaim someone dead, we notify the healthcare workers that the person in question is showing unusual inactivity, explicitly stating whether or not their child is likely to have learning disorders that need to get checked out, even though I see them 5 days a week and have a wide variety of other children to compare to. It always has to be hinted at. I grew up working for a family ice cream business. The restaurants that we sold bulk tubs of ice cream to thought it was homemade by us. While we did make our own ice cream, the 3-gallon bulk containers was product that we purchased from another company and sold at a high markup. I was under strict orders from my father to never reveal this to the customers. One of our customers would then sell this regular ice cream as gelato, even though it was just ice cream. That you overpaid on your insurance deductible, copay, or co-ins, which is a credit on your account. If you don't know, then you want ask for a refund. You're being a cunt to people who are being cunts. I work for a major US brewery, and we have one beer that we put into 2 separate cans. One of them is a premium beverage, one of the most popular in the US top 5, and the other is an economy beer. It's the same stuff. The reason I'm giving you smaller portions is because manager says so. Yes, you had bigger portions another day, because a different kitchen lead was in the back monitoring who didn't care. No, we are out of that item, it'll be 10 minutes. No, I can't grab from the other line. Yes, I know the other day we grabbed some for you, but the other manager allowed it and this one doesn't. The door to the underground parking hasn't locked for 6 months lol, so whether you are a member or not, you can just go park down there for free. I wouldn't know Elmo, I still have to say it locks 11 p.m. 7 a.m., but it doesn't currently. Anytime there is a known issue, we were not allowed to tell the customer it was a known issue. If you ever hear a customer service or tech support rep say, "None of our other customers are experiencing this problem," there is a good chance that it's a lie, especially if they offer that phrase up quickly. I haven't been in that game for a long time, but I did support for many customers, and they were all exactly the same. When celebrities, such as Judas Priest, are staying at the hotel I work at. Bartender here. When we use coconut cream in our cocktails, I've lost count of how many times a customer has asked me, "Is that mayonnaise?" It gets to a point where you start to have fun with it. I've told customers yes it is or no it's white paint before, but one of the other bartenders got a harsh talking to from the managers for saying no it's CM to a customer. So, our job does not allow us to tell customers that the coconut cream is CM. Yes, it's fucked. But it's fucked because our manufacturing is awful? I worked in a butcher shop. We were told to describe veal as juvenile cow only. Your kid needs a bath like yesterday. Aside from legal compliance HIPAA etc. and just general politeness things, I know Spanish and English primary. I work in a hospital IT department. I am not allowed, under any circumstances, to translate for anyone. Note, though, it is okay to practice my Spanish with other bilingual staff members, just nothing medical related. Lowe's doesn't want the customer to know if they write to the CEO it will automatically get them an executive customer relations associate instead of them having to get jerked off by the call center. I work at a university and we're heavily discouraged from telling students to drop out. We're also discouraged from telling them to change majors if it's going to make them take longer to graduate. The second one really bothers me. This is for any customer service job. If you were nicer to me, you would get a better service.